Hello and welcome to this WorldSkills UK series of virtual international pressure tests. Over the coming months, we will be hosting virtual international pressure tests and expert panel discussions with our peers from the WorldSkills network, which includes over 80 countries, to transfer global best practice and to champion higher quality training standards across the UK. There will be the opportunity to watch young people compete against their peers from around the world as they focus on preparing for WorldSkills Shanghai 2022. And you'll also be invited to join in discussions and hear from leading industry experts. By working together, we can set a new level of ambition with an expectation of excellence as standard. We can enable the next generation to drive skills-led recovery and to help boost inclusive economic growth.
So I know that there's a difference between, there shouldn't be, but in the UK I find that there is a difference between sort of qualification standards that they would leave with a qualification. Then there's a step up then for your industry standard in what we'd expect every day in salon working life. And then there is another little, and it is getting more of a smaller jump then to world-class standard, because the world-class standard, I feel, is changing, not so much the standard, but what we expect the competitors to produce. That is, we're trying to bridge that gap between competition and industry. And a lot of those gaps is down to experience. You know, they might be qualified they might have the qualification, their certificate in cutting, but there's no way they have cut every single hairstyle on every single type of hair to get that qualification. That only comes with experience.
After the Hong Kong selection, we have a training program. Normally, we train 1 year before, maybe 10 months before the competition. And then we start within these 10 months to drill the competitors. So normally we have training 3 winners together. And then after that, we will select the last one to join. And then luckily, because we are working as a team, and then we have a team of hairdressers, which is they are working as teachers now in youth college, and each of him or her may have some expertise in that kind of his or her performance. Say, and Alex is the main, the chief trainer for all the program. And then like Lindsay, we don't have a barber haircut, not so popular in Hong Kong. I mean, that was well trained. So that's why we asked the industry partners to help us for training.
Practice, really, just constantly repeating, giving them that's why we need, like Stephen said, lots of mannequins to practice on, because once you've cut a mannequin, it doesn't grow back. So, you know, it's hard to reuse materials with training, but the more they do something and the more they, you know, we look at photographs of potential styles that clients could bring in and break them down, and how and talk about how you would achieve this on a client. But what one thing I didn't mention actually in the UK is that hairdressing and barbering are different qualifications now, and usually majority of students would decide one or the other.
Basically, just like hairdressing curriculum,
we embed most of the world skills occupation standard into the curriculum of almost all the diploma programs. No matter whether the diploma programs can prepare our students to actually take part in any of the trade competitions, but we still use the world skills occupation standard in the curriculum. So we are pretty want to match our skills, prepare our students to for the workplace, just like the world skills competitions occupation standard. The target to prepare the competitors, matching the skills at the workplace.
The international pressure test was between the UK and Hong Kong. The Hong Kong competitor was Lee Kay-ho, and the UK competitors were Erica Cerny, Ellie Mumby and Shane Powell. The format of the international friendly pressure test competition was over 3 days. So day 1 was the ladies cut and colour, day 2 was the men's cut and colour, and day 3 were 2 tasks. Ladies catwalk, first of all, then leading on to ladies bridal hairstyle with colour. Lots of things have been learnt during the last 3 days of this international pressure test. I've certainly learnt a lot about my competitors. I've seen them working in lockdown in their bedrooms and in their kitchens over Zoom, to turning that around over the last few days and really seeing them in a professional environment and looking so professional and working so well. So that was really great for me to see. And I also learned a lot from the other expert in terms of the test project. So when we work in this country, when I'm just training my squad, I'm the only person responsible for creating and designing a test project. But when I asked Hong Kong if they would like to join us, it was agreed that we would do 4 modules and I would design 2 of them and that Hong Kong would design 2 of them. So that was really, really great to kind of see someone else designing the test project. And then it was also, I designed the marking scheme because Stephen, the Hong Kong expert, has been not involved in world skills for as long. So he was really, really keen to learn more about the marking from us as a country. So I designed that, and then it was great that we could see that on screen. So we brought up the live marking document on the screen and we could talk about it and actually change our marks and look at our marks at like in a live, real life kind of environment. So to give you an overview of the competitors and the results, it was really interesting because it was a real mixture, and at the end of each task, it was moving around all the time. So there wasn't a particularly one that was really strong throughout the whole week or one that was particularly weak throughout the whole week. The marks and the countries were kept going up and down and mixing throughout the total marks. So that was really interesting to see. Congratulations, you're the winner of the virtual international pressure test.
Oh my god,
so just
no
wanted
way.
to come on and tell you, yeah.
Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god.
So you scored the highest marks over the 4 modules, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
So how do you feel about that, Erica?
I'm thankful that after all the kind of, through lockdown and us training as much as we did, that it's kind of, it's obviously helped and worked.
Great. And what was your favourite part of the competition?
All 4 tasks I feel like I stayed quite consistent in, but I definitely probably preferred the last one, the hair up, because I'd say I'd struggled the most through lockdown doing hair up, and it's hard to motivate yourself doing hair up. So when they gave us that task, it was definitely one that shocked, I'm sure, all of us, thinking that we weren't going to be able. I mean, I was thinking, oh my god, what am I going to do? But I think the outcome definitely, I was proud of the outcome.
So I'd just like to say a huge thank you very much to everyone involved for making this international friendly competition happen.